Hey man, if I can, hey man, this post it posts. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But what's good, y'all? Um, Today we're gonna be reacting to do the Pacers actually have a chance against the Thunder? I'm gonna be completely honest. As a Thunder fan, as a Thunder fan, I'm going to say the Pacers stand no chance. Look, do I think they're gonna win a game? Yes. Do I think they're gonna win 3 games? Absolutely not. Do I think they're gonna win like 2 games? Maybe. Now, hold on. Before I really break this down, right, bro? You gotta realize something. We have probably the best team in the league right now, besides Boston. Boston's out though. No Tatum. That's tough, bro. But the reason why I have us winning is because I believe that Halliburton is best when he scores, bro. You know what I'm saying? Halliburton is best when he scores. I mean, no, when he plays actual point guard. And I think that if we just hold Halliburton to like under 5 assists, I think we win this game easily. Pascal Siakam is not going to score against who's going to be on him? Chet? Absolutely not. Pascal might have, you know what I'm saying, a 15-point game, but that's about it, bro. He's not dropping 30. Our defense is just too good. We have people that can guard Pascal Siakam if he goes off. We have people that can guard Tyrese Halliburton. I don't think they have an answer for SGA. But enough talking. Let's just hop into the video.
So here we are, the 2025 NBA Finals, with the matchup that everybody expected coming into the season. The Indiana Pacers versus the OKC Thunder. The Thunder being a team that a lot of people expected to be here at the start of the season, but the Indiana Pacers being here is definitely a surprise.
Real.
As coming into the year, the 3 main teams that a lot of people were expecting to be the main
Boston,
contenders
Cavs.
were the OKC Thunder, the Boston Celtics, and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Exactly.
But even though the Pacers have somewhat overachieved this playoffs, this is by no means a fluke run at all.
It isn't.
And while
It
I
isn't.
do think that OKC will ultimately win this series, the Pacers
We're
are
gonna
not
dominate.
going to be pushovers. And
Exactly.
there actually can be a lot of different things to look at as we prepare for this matchup. So
They got nobody to guard
Starting
SGA,
off
bro.
is the Thunder's main strength and what has been their main calling card all season, which has been their defense. Not only did the Thunder have the best defense in the league this season, they were historically great, being just over 7 points better than league average. And I feel like this is going to be the main hurdle that's going to be an issue for this Pacers team. A big factor that has led to the Pacers' success has been the creation and the overall ability of Tyrese Halliburton.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially in pick and roll. The Pacers would go at the favorable matchup, and then they would force the defense to make a decision. In the Eastern Conference Finals, it has been mainly Mitchell Robinson.
Exactly. And you know what I'm saying? Sorry for pausing the video. But bro, if they try that screen stuff on us, bro, and you know what I'm saying, we can just switch. And listen, I already know people are gonna be like, but if we get Hardenstein on Tyrese Halliburton, that's low-key gonna be solid. But we can go small ball. We can go small ball, and then we can see how that works out. Because we can go ahead and put Caruso in the game and let Chet. Because I feel like Chet can guard Hardenstein. I mean, not Hardenstein. I feel like Chet can hold his own against Tyrese Halliburton. Will he get cooked? I say 5 times. I say you know what I'm saying, he'll get cooked 6 times out of 10. But there's gonna be those you know what I'm saying, that 40% chance that he doesn't get cooked at all. But like I said, I feel like for us to win, we're gonna have to put Caruso in the game a lot more, like we did with Jokic. You know what I'm saying? Like we did for Jokic, bro. We're gonna have to put Caruso in the game, and we're gonna have to let Hardenstein sit on the bench, bro. Cause I just feel like this is not Hardenstein's series, but it could be. It really could be. Miles Turner pops out with the 3 a lot. He shoots the 3 ball a lot. Everybody can shoot in their team, which we dealt with before. because the West is significantly better than the East. This is why I say we basically played this team before. You know what I'm saying? We did. I'm you know what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying we went through probably the hardest one because Jokic is. I don't think nobody can beat Jokic except for us and maybe Anthony Edwards and them. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like this is easy dubs.
Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson that Tyrese has mainly been trying to get switches on. But with this OKC Thunder team, there really is no favorable matchup for him to be going.
That's what I'm saying.
Almost everybody that is going to be on the floor for the Thunder is able to play
maybe Hardenstein,
defense.
you know.
Add this to the fact that someone like Alex Caruso is going to be impossible to screen anyway. I'm curious to see how much pick and roll the Pacers are actually going to run. That being said, I do feel like if the Thunder are playing Isaiah Hartenstein heavy minutes, this is going to be a huge test for Miles Turner. The Thunder bigs in Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren were able to spend a lot more time in the paint in the conference finals against the T-Wolves because Rudy Gobert is a non-factor offensively, and while Julius Randle does shoot threes, he mainly operates in the mid-range. And so the Thunder were able to play two bigs a lot more in the T-Wolves series, and it was difficult for the T-Wolves to get anything going inside the three-point line. But in the Nuggets series, having Jokic on the perimeter really changed things, and it was something that Isaiah Hartenstein struggled with at times.
Exactly.
And I feel that the speed of Tyrese is definitely going to play a factor in these ball screens because it's going to force the Thunder defense to make a decision. In the Nuggets series, iHeart was really struggling to get back to Jokic. In these Murray-Gordon-Jokic three-man games, Jamal would be able to get the first step on the screen, Jokic would flare out, and Aaron Gordon would set the occasional flare screen, and this led to open threes for Nikola Jokic.
And this is why I say I don't think we're gonna play Hardenstein that much. You know what I'm saying? If it get no, we will play Hardenstein, but if it gets too much for him, we're just gonna put Caruso in the game, and we're gonna let Chet be our big. You know that's basically what we're gonna do.
Nearly the entire series. And so having someone like Miles Turner in this spot, who not only I feel is a more consistent three-point shooter, but one that also gets his shot off quicker, I feel like this could be an even bigger issue to look at going forward. Of all of their playoff matchups so far, the Thunder struggled the absolute most with the Nuggets, mainly because of their ability to spread the floor. And Indiana is no different. So a lot of the help defense that they were able to play against Minnesota is no longer going to be viable against this Pacers team. And so I'm also curious to see how many Pascal Siakam post-ups the Pacers are going to get into, because I do feel that while the Thunder are a switch-heavy team and have a bunch of switchable defenders at every position, Pascal Siakam is still going to be able to take advantage of some of these matchups. And with all the shooting on the floor, the Thunder are going to have to be very mindful of where exactly the help is coming from. Another key factor coming into the series is going to be the Pacers' transition offense. The Thunder have somewhat struggled at some points in this playoffs when it comes to transition defense, and Indiana is easily the best transition team in the league. And so it's gonna be
us. I feel like that's us. I'm not gonna lie, bro, because our defense is so good that we get so much turnovers, and then like when we're on the run, we're on the run. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'll give it to Indiana.
Key for them to get as many transition opportunities as possible before the Thunder are able to set up their half-court defense. How many times they are actually able to get out in transition is tough to say, because the Thunder have also been really good at taking care of the ball the entire season, as well as Indiana.
Yes, and so exactly. To me,
so this is going to be a series that heavily favors the team that's able to force more turnovers.
And I feel like
of course, that is just a factor in any normal game, but even more so in this series because of the ball security of both of these two teams, who are number 1 and number 3 in the league in least amount of turnovers per game. All that being said, the Thunder's main advantage, or other main advantage in this series, which I ultimately think is going to be the Pacers' Achilles heel, is the isolation scoring, especially from SGA.
That's what I'm saying. Being the best. Do they like? Correct me if I'm wrong. Do the Pacers have anybody that can like play good defense, like an elite defender? Am I tripping? Like, isn't what's his name? Menhart or whatever? Nemhart? Isn't he a great defender, right? I don't know who's gonna be on SGA. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
isolation player in the league.
Who they gonna have on
is
him?
going to be absolutely hell for the Pacers.
All we gotta say is SGA is gonna average 30 points this series, bro. That's for sure. That's a guarantee. I can't even lie to you. Or at least 28 plus.
Statistically have been the worst team in the entire playoffs at defending isolation plays. Teams
that's so light then.
55% on isolation field goals against the Pacers this playoffs, and they are giving up 1.24 points per possession on isolation plays. For reference, the Minnesota Timberwolves, who the Thunder just played, gave up 0.91 points per possession in the playoffs on isolation, and teams shot 37% on those plays. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander averaged 30 points against that team. The Indiana Pacers have been abysmal defending ISO.
They've been letting Jalen Brunson go off, bro.
1.24 points per possession and 55% field goal percentage on these plays puts them in a percentile that I didn't even know could be possible for a playoff team. These stats put them in the 0 percentile in isolation defense. This is going to be the biggest issue for the Pacers in this series.
By far.
And earlier we talked about how there's really no favorable matchup for Tyrese to go at on the Thunder. This is not going to be the case with SGA. This is likely going to leave guys like Tyrese, TJ McConnell, and even Andrew Nembhard to an extent in a difficult spot. While TJ and Nembhard tend to be very physical defenders, I don't trust them to consistently get a good contest on a lot of these mid-ranges that SGA is going to be shooting. The Indiana Pacers, I don't think really have any answers to slow down SGA consistently. It's going to be another series of the team playing the numbers on the Thunder shooters, which has given OKC problems at times this playoffs. Guys like Lou Dort and J-Dub, while they have had their moments this playoffs, they've also been fairly inconsistent at times, especially Lou Dort. And so I feel like that's one of the main things to keep in mind with OKC is the isolation plays that SGA and J-Dub are going to be getting, and also the kickouts that they are going to be getting as a result of these. Last but certainly not least, which is a factor that is going to greatly affect Indiana, is going to be the level of physicality that OKC is going to be allowed to play with and how exactly that relates to Tyrese Halliburton. Throughout the Knicks series, and more specifically in Game 5, a big adjustment that the Knicks tried to make was getting the ball out of Hallie's hands as much as possible and playing physical off-ball defense on him whenever he didn't have the ball to prevent him from getting it back. We saw some of this, I believe, in the third quarter, where Mikal here is literally just grabbing Tyrese off ball to prevent any potential pass. And the OKC Thunder are known for playing teams very physical, especially Lou Dort. And so I feel like this is going to be something that we see a lot of in the finals. Now, how far they actually let the Thunder go is yet to be seen, but this to me doesn't seem like it's going to be something that's going to be called. The Rockets were doing this with Steph, and now the Knicks are doing this with
the Rockets were on a whole nother level with Steph. I'm not going to lie to you. They were fouling Steph.
So I feel like if they did start calling this now, I feel like that would be more inconsistent. But of course, we won't know until the series starts. Overall, I feel like the Thunder are going to win this series pretty convincingly in terms of the actual record at the end of the series. But I do feel that the games themselves are going to be closer than people expect. Ultimately, I personally have the Thunder winning in either 5 or 6.
That's what I'm saying.
I do think that it's going to be a pretty hard-fought series on both sides. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're new.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, before the video ends, you know what I'm saying? I believe that we win game 1, we win game 2, they win game 3, we win with game 4, and then we close it out in game 5. I got us winning it. I got us winning it in 5. I got us winning it in our home. That's why I got us winning it. Now, I feel like game 2 is going to be a blowout. We're going to blow them out. Game 1, I feel like it's going to be close. Game 2 might be a blowout. Game 3, I feel like it's going to be, we're going to lose by a buzzer beater or something like that. The thing is with our team, right, is that we lead a lot of the time. The thing is, if we're blowing out Indiana, we cannot let them come back. They're a great fourth quarter team. But man, who y'all got winning? You know what I'm saying? Obviously got my Thunder. But until next time, guys, I'll see you later.